So we got the Land Geek and we got Land Academy. Now, I know, there's like 4 or 5 other OGs in the space that have been teaching land investing forever, but these are the 2 bigger fish on all the social platforms that are fighting for the winning trophy in there. But who really has the best strategy and which one has the students getting the best results? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through my experience with both of these groups, as I've known both of them for about 4 years now. I've done business with both of them, so I'm gonna break it all down on the journey of knowing these individuals and who actually has the better formula out there. Now, first things first, let's take it all the way back starting 4 years ago. Who was actually doing a better job of promoting and branding? Now, in this aspect, I would absolutely give it to Mark Podolsky. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know anything about the land investing model. And he literally paid his dues, jumping on everybody's podcast, promoting his message, getting his brand out there, building it up until the point where he is now. We're going to circle back to that in a minute. But in the beginning, without a doubt, he out-promoted himself versus the Land Academy. That doesn't mean he's better, but he definitely got his name out there at a far greater volume than they were able to. So from a promotional standpoint, in the early years, he had the hand won without a doubt. But who's giving more value here? If you go over to Land Academy, they have tons of free resources, a lot of ebooks that they put together, plus the podcast that they have delivering value to this day, like thousands of episodes. So as far as free content that they're adding value out there, without a doubt, they have the higher hand on that. Mark has a book out there right now called Dirt Rich. It actually dropped a few years ago. It's all right. It's definitely worth checking out. But overall, I think Land Academy is giving more value. The reason I'm deciding on that, and go ahead and fact check me on this, Mark Podolsky had his The Best Passive Income Model podcast back in the day. I believe he deleted all those episodes or pulled all the episodes and switched over to The Art of Passive Income. Art of Passive Income, kind of boring. I'm going to be real with you. It was dope in the beginning, not so dope anymore. Kind of fall asleep listening to that thing. Now, to be fair, I got to be critical of Land Academy's podcast there. When they have great headlines, they do deliver value, but it's about, let's call it a 10-minute episode, where about 3 minutes is just a banger content piece there, and the rest of the time is Steven telling Jill how much he loves her. That's beautiful and all, but come on, let's keep it to the content there, team. We know you guys have a fantastic relationship and keep it going strong, but we want those juicy nuggets so we can make more money. So back to where I was going with here, the value add and the content pieces. I think Land Academy is definitely smoking Mark in that field there. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to convert to dollars, though. We're just talking about content right now. Now, let's talk about courses here. Everybody has their course, and honestly, I've never invested in either one of their courses. I have a lot of experience in the real estate investing game, so once I had heard what they were doing, I was simply able to personally take this model and pivot it, and then I was good to go because I had the knowledge already from the residential game. I was just switching from residential houses to vacant lots. Everything else was the same for me. So from there, I can't give you any feedback on their actual course material. I can say this. Land Academy does have other options out there you could use. Like I use their offers to owners for direct mail marketing. Mark Podolsky has geekpay.io. I've never used that, but you could use that for your automatic reoccurring payments. So on top of course material, they do have additional services you could use to go ahead and blow up your business there. So both are very much competing, but I think I still got to give it to Land Academy on that because they have more options. But that doesn't take us all the way to the point where we're at now. Let's talk about the business model here. So the business model, buy raw land, resell raw land. Now, Mark at the Land Geek is pushing much more on the direct mail marketing, take down the properties typically in Oregon, Southeastern California, Arizona, Nevada, over to Florida, Texas, areas like that, and then seller finance these properties with a junk fee applied to the front end, usually $199, and then you get your residual payments. It's a beautiful looking model. Everything's good. Whereas Land Academy is more on the flip model. They're not so much in the notes or teaching how to do notes over there. Although they share the model, they let you know how to do it. They're all about going after higher dollar, higher margin properties, direct mail marketing to acquire these deals, and then go ahead and flip them for the fast cash and keep moving forward. Now, one thing I do want to discuss that I think is very important for investors out there, whereas the Land Geek community likes to go ahead and acquire the list from the county, scrub the list down to the properties you want, then send offers out that way. And I think they've pivoted from that, but that was their message a very long time. Whereas Land Academy says, hey, we're going to go ahead and just buy the list, automate the list, send out a direct offer, have it all paid for and done so you're not sitting on your couch wasting hours scrubbing a list and finding all this data and then sending out the letters by hand. It's a huge waste of time doing that. So once again, Land Academy, I'm giving that to them. It seems like I'm skewed into the Land Academy's favor here, but we're not done yet. And let me say, once again, nothing but love for Mark Podolsky, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in the game, even though I don't follow him all that much anymore. But let's continue here. My personal experience dealing with the students of Land Academy and the students of the Land Geek. Here's where it really matters here. Now, Land Academy basically trains their students to go ahead and do wholesaling model, which means if a property is worth $50,000, they're showing their students how to take this thing down for $10,000 and then sell it for $25,000. So there's all this meat on the upside for the next buyer. The upside for them is they take a property for 10, they're selling for 22, 25, whatever, making a fast, like I'm talking fast $15,000, and then they're on to the next. Mark's model is take them down the same way. You want to buy them dirt cheap, but then you want to go ahead and basically sell them for retail, not on a flip, but on a note. This is where the problem occurs. I've been on all the platforms. People know who I am. I promote as well, and I buy from wholesalers. People catch wind that I buy deals from wholesalers. Now, I will have students from the Land Academy reach out to me and hit me with true wholesale deals that I could automatically buy from them. I don't have to market, and I can relist and sell and get a seller financing note with a fantastic return. Land Geek students, on the other hand, reach out to me and say, hey, I have tons of wholesale deals. I say, fantastic. We're actually going to cover two things that's very common with these students, drives me up a wall. One, they say they have wholesale deals. Fantastic. Send me your list. And they send me their list, and everything is priced at retail. Now, if I could go on any land investing platform, especially LandWatch, and buy a property cheaper than what your wholesale deal is, you're not a wholesaler, you're a retailer. You got to get your model fixed. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a retailer. That's fantastic. You're going to get fat margins in that. But a wholesale model opens up your buyer pool to not only investors, but in consumers. And for that, I got to reward Land Academy on that one. But there's one other thing I want to say that Land Geek students do that drives me nuts as well. They will also reach out and say, I have tons of wholesale deals. They'll send me a list with no prices attached to them. And they'll say, what will you pay me for this? What will you pay me for this? What will you pay me for this? Bro, if we wanted to play this game, I'm doing direct mail marketing. You could either send me your list with all your price points, and if they're high, I will make an offer based on your high price point, but I'm not haggling back and forth. If I want to do that, we're doing direct mail marketing. The job of a wholesaler is to say, I found an incredible deal. It's so good, I could give it to you for this, and you're going to make a gang of money, and that is a wholesaler's game there. Now, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent. I had to go ahead and get all that off my chest. But I have bought deals off both Land Geek students or people that came up in the Land Geek community, and I bought a lot of deals off of Land Academy students because they are trained right over there. They know how to flip a wholesale deal to an investor or an end consumer, and their deals fly off faster. Now, having said all this, both deliver models that work. This is good. There also is the opportunity for you to make a killing whether you jump in one group or the other. All you have to do is follow the model and take action. My advice is go out there, purchase a ridiculously cheap deal off-grid somewhere, and just learn the process. Once you get things moving, you're like, okay, I kind of get this, but I could use tons of help. Then go ahead and invest in someone's course there. But when it comes to the Land Geek versus Land Academy, if you want to be a wholesaler, I would say study what the Land Academy is teaching. If you want to be more of a retailer and have these notes that last forever, fantastic model. They're not going to sell as fast, then follow the Land Geek community. As far as support and all that, I can't say because I haven't invested, but I have done business with both of these groups. I've been featured on their podcast, which was very nice of both of them to have me on there. And a funny thing I want you guys to do some research on, I'm pretty sure the Land Academy, Stephen Butella, is the one who taught Mark Podolsky. Fact check that, I never did, but I'm pretty sure he taught him the game. So that's all I got to say for this video. A little bit longer than I usually go, but that's my take on the Land Geek versus Land Academy. Go ahead and check all your resources down below if you stuck around this long for my take. But go out there, take action, buy a property, flip a property, up your skills, always invest in yourself, and build out your financial freedom platform. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.